Hordes of cataphracts prepare to ride to war in today's Rome 2 siege battle here for you today, as we have Parthia preparing for battle as he sallies out with hundreds of royal cataphracts and noble archers to lead the assault against Seleucid siege lines. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another glorious Rome 2 siege battle. Screwing over the intro there with that little stutter, but there you go. That's the Pope sort of commentary that you know and love. There's always going to be some minor issue with it. I don't friendly fire going on here with the Iberian Basilisk. What is he doing? Oh my gosh, yeah, he just hit a cataphract there. That's do you know which side you're on, sir? You're on the same side as the Parthians. But there you go, the Parthians charging with their royal cataphracts, getting well, they're going to get dozens of kills here. I feel like 15 already on these thorax swords down here. But yeah, what a start to this high-octane siege here at Alexandria, as we have Parthia, Lusitania, and Egypt on the defense. I guess Egypt defending his homeland. He's gotten some support from, well, quite a few different places. On the attack here today, we do have the Seleucids, Tylis, and Macedon. So Macedon and Seleucids teaming up against Egypt, maybe in some sort of like Diadochi sort of war that is taking place. And yeah, I guess like Egypt's called upon some very strange mercenaries to support him in this one. The artillery firing, they're trying to hit these big blobs of thorax swords back here, which are double silver chevron in some cases, which is kind of incredible. This thorax unit down to 75, already been hit pretty badly by royal cataphracts, and I'm not even sure which of the royal cataphracts is. I mean, maybe is that one? I'm not sure. They've gone in again over here, once again hitting these thorax swords, trying to do as much damage as possible. There's very much hit and run tactics going on right now, and actually we have some Thracian cavalry here, so we have some missile cav to actually sort of challenge Parthia, the king of the missile cavalry. Really, you know, if you have seen anything to do with sort of like the Battle of Catahphract, you know that, yeah, the Parthians, they love a hit and run tactic, that is for sure. Yeah, noble horse archers coming forward, I think, just to harass. I go after the general, just keep shooting the general, and just try and weaken Seleucus and make him leadless before he even gets into the city itself, which would certainly be a really, really cool tactic. But yes, I hope you guys are enjoying the Rome 2 bonanza that is this video. And if you want to see more glorious Rome 2 videos, then do make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and feel free to comment as well down below as well. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 13k subs. And if you have any glorious replays that you want to send in yourself, then do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description as always. This was sent in by one of my subs who sent this one in, and yeah, so I do try and cover as many like replays that you guys send me, as well as the scenarios that we create ourselves on the server. Give you guys 15 minutes of fame being covered on the channel. But there you go, Tyler's going in. He's battling here against Egypt, and I think it's just, yeah, some thorax swords against Tribal Warrior. Tribal Warrior should probably win that fight, maybe. Maybe not this unit because it's already pretty battered, but like a healthy Tribal Warrior going up against a thorax sword, it's pretty even, but usually Tribal Warriors end up coming out on top. And they should come out on top in this one, fighting these Galatian swords as well. But we'll leave the fighting there, and we'll go back to Parthia, see what he is up to. Looks like he's looking at the units. They've had a little bit of more action, but nothing too crazy. Most of the cataphracts are all looking pretty tired, actually. So they might need a bit freshen up before they can go in. And to be fair, actually just having these cataphracts here, I mean, Parthia's, he's brought some infantry as well, it looks like. He's got some mercenary hoplites, we've got some hillmen, but nothing I would say of great quality. Parthia's infantry isn't really of great quality anyway. But by doing this, he actually is slowing down Seleucids and pretty much preventing Seleucids from actually attacking the walls. Right now, he's got all of his army penned back here behind this sort of like row of houses outside Alexandria here. And basically using that as sort of a blocker to stop Parthia being able to get a really good charge off. And he's also protecting his archers pretty effectively as well. So yeah, this is actually really smart though. Like from Parthia, he does not need to commit. Just leave these 6 units here now, and he's stopping an entire army from joining. And it kind of goes from being a 3v3 to a 2.5 versus 2. at the moment, with Seleucus sitting so far back. The two being the attackers. You've got Parthia's half an army over here supporting Egypt, and Lusitani can send troops over here as well. He's got a lot of reserves really far back. It's a really ultra fun game as well, looking at the units being brought here. We have a lot of Lusitani nobles here being brought, so this is a high fun game, that's for sure. I mean, we've got a lot of tribal warriors here. I imagine we've got a lot of Oathsworn as well from, from Tyrus. I've seen Silver Shield Pikes as well for the Seleucids, so yeah, it's going to be some very elite units in today's game, that's for sure. And again, the tribal warriors keep getting stuck in the thorax swords down below the walls here. Macedon has managed to get Royal Peltas onto the wall. They have just about pushed past, so they can actually now access this tower here. And I think he's going to use his Peltas to use all their javelins. They have extra javelins of Peltas. And you can see here they're already jabbing into the back of those Thurios spears. Instead of having the typical 2 javelins that most infantry have, annoyingly, they have 4, I believe. So they have quite a lot of ammo. And they are now dueling with the thorax swords, who are trying to hurl the javelin up onto that wall there. Really, they should just send some infantry. Yeah, hillmen are now going onto the wall. That's not going to silence. That's not going to stop the Royal Peltas. It might silence them from throwing javelins down into this choke point here. The Thurios spear is actually winning that fight. Otherwise, oh, that's got to be a pull through there. That absolutely is a pull through. I think by this Macedonian player here, he's got his Royal Peltas. He's just pulled through that thorax swords. I mean, he's pretty much killed his unit off. It's their own doing. Yeah, definitely a pull through there. We're going to get rid of the foliage so we can actually see what's going on, I think, as well. Do love that you can just get rid of, like, treetops and bushes in Rome 2. Why it's not in Attila, I do not know. Yeah, the fighting continues on there. Is Parthia. Parthia's giving ground, if anything. He's not actually re-engaged here. I don't think any of these units have been weakened either. Yeah, they're all pretty still healthy and all looking like they are getting back to active or fresh. And I think they've fallen back is because the Syrian heavy archers here got moved forward to where they were worried they're just going to get shot at. I mean, impossible. They are also using artillery to batter down a hole in the walls. Not a bad idea either. Might save trying to get these heavy siege towers forward. We are seeing the thorax swordsmen, though, push forward these tortoises. They're going to try and use a few tortoises to maybe make some more holes. Whether Parthia is going to come forward and try and harass that, I don't know. Maybe now with the archers here, too scared to do that. But as they get closer to the walls, I would maybe certainly think about going for another charge and seeing how Seleucids react to that. Because those two thorax swords look like they could be open for the taking. Lusitani nobles going in as well. These guys have pretty low armor. I would not be sending in any Lusitani nobles this early into the game. They have 49 kills. They're probably gonna... They might squeak 100. But yeah, like they can get like 200-300 because I mean they have got a lot of them. I know they can expend them, but still, you want to be using like Parthian troops and Egyptian troops first. Like Egypt's even got like Galatian Royal Guard. I'd send them in before any Lusitani nobles. Like 84 melee attack. I mean that's with headhunt. 64 when they haven't got headhunt enabled. It's still incredible. It's a very, very powerful unit. You do not want to be wasting that early on when everyone's got their ammunition. Because that is the weakness of the Lusitanis, that they have very little armor. The veteran shield warriors have pretty much like no armor. Lusitani nobles have some, but it's only 45, and you've got to think like even a thorax sword has 75. Nearly double already. And here we go. Parthia is coming forward once again, and he is going to go for the charge here. He's getting shot at by archers, but this is fine. He has gone for the thorax swords here, so he has gone for the easy kills, and he's now going to get the archers. And this should equally be an easy kill. And that's a mistake there by the Seleucids, not guarding his archers near enough, well enough. He's kind of pushed forward infantry, and he's chasing after the cavalry. Just like surrounding your archers, box your archers up, put your archers in the middle of the box, and just start shooting. It can be just like a defensive platform there. But yeah, look at this. Parthia can run around the infantry, and he can get these Syrian heavy archers relatively well. This one has been caught, but the other one is going to catch all those archers. Luckily, it's exhausted, though. The general has gone in over here. He's slammed into these swordsmen as well. He's not really pulling through because he's knocking over the unit every time he's engaging it. But yeah, he should be able to cut these archers down even when exhausted. Yeah, 57 kills, not bad. He could get jabbies off here with the thorax if they wanted to. He's given the attack order, so they'll just throw a jabby as they go in. Maybe he's pulling through now, though, as the cataphract to get out of there. That's a bit cheeky. Shouldn't really be doing that. We're seeing archer fire, or slinger shot fire, I think it is, coming from the wall. Is it slingers? No, it is actually Persian archers. He's shooting the shield bearers as they've run on by. The response is to shoot with the artillery to try and destroy the wall. Definitely shouldn't be doing that. Should be using his ammo up, doing anything else other than... oh, brilliant. The Royal Cataphract is winded. They're going against the Agema Cavalry, and it's a 2-on-1. One is very exhausted, but one did get off a stampede, like a trample there. And this could be problematic here for the Agema Cavalry. It's a good cavalry, but it's not going to beat Royal Cataphracts. That is for sure. Yeah, looking at this, that's 46 to 57 melee attack. Agema Cavalry is going to die, and we're about to see a leaderless Seleucid here in a moment. The Parthian general needs to be careful as well. He's charging thorax swords, but you don't want to charge head on. And they're going to try and pull his general out. Oh, it's the worst thing he could do. And I think that general is about to die here in a second. Yeah, I think he... Well, actually, is he pulling his... I don't know. I think he has pulled out of melee, but also I don't know if Parthia pulled out of melee. Why did he pull out? There's no need. There's no infantry near enough nearby. The Agema general has luckily survived. Not really sure if he should have been allowed to. Another good charge there from the Parthian general, though. Slamming into the thorax. Very, very nice. Archers over here just, you know, harassing still. It's still got a pretty well, it's still a pretty healthy cataphract. It's seen some action, though. Definitely going in for the archers once again. This Agema Cavalry has got to be taken out. That's got to be assassinated here. Thracian Cavalry is now chasing down the Cataphracts. These guys are exhausted as well. So they're for the taking. These Thracians here can get right up and close and just get jabbies off like this and rear shots as well. Massacring that Royal Cataphract. Really nice counter. And they're really nice. They're really quick. So the Cataphracts have no chance of catching them. A, being exhausted, but also being very heavy cavalry or super heavy cavalry. There you go. This one's going to probably die. The other one might get out of here. A big mistake. They should have been committed anyway to killing off that general. The Parthian general has retreated here. 40 riders left. He's still got a bit of a force outside the city walls, and there is another way in, so they're not cut off from support or safety. These guys might be, though. They have very little places to go. I mean, to be honest, if they just kind of stay here, would Seleucids even dare try and get close to them? Probably not, especially since he's getting shot from the walls as well by elite Persian archers and Balearic slingers. Like, they are massacring a lot of these shield bearers and these thorax to get close to the walls here. Really, really nice. And same with the noble horse archers as well, being a pain. They've nearly made a hole in the wall here with artillery and then just didn't finish it off as well. Bit of an odd move, that is for sure. They've got archers. Did they accidentally come inside the city? They've routed anyway, but yeah, no real move has been made here by either side. Obviously, they've been kind of wearing each other down. Units have been killed off, but no ground has really been made yet. And hopefully, we're not going to see too many more Lusitani nobles coming forward. I can see one over here, which is concerning. It is winning, though. It is slicing and dicing. A general has been... Oh, no. He went into the combat here. I think he's died. I think, yeah, the Seleucid general has died. So they did go in after the Parthian cataphracts here that were stuck outside the walls. And he's actually cost himself his own life. I think it either was the charge or maybe the shots from the archers up here. It could be one or the other. Could be even been friendly fire from the Seleucid archers. The Seleucid is now generalless. And, I mean, they're getting still charged over here by cataphracts as well. I mean, they have got huge kills. Good volley there from the archers. Followed up by the cataphracts. It's literally like they're at Karahair. And that is a very, very dead Thorax swordsman. The Royal Cataphracts can make sure they stay gone. Even the archers, I was going to say, on the charge do well. They just need to stop shooting. They're wasting ammo shooting that Thorax sword, that is for sure. Save your ammo for better targets. And are we about to see pikemen? Yeah, I've seen pikemen pushing forward towers here. If they plan to go over the wall with pikemen, they are in for a rude surprise. That's not going to work well. I mean, just a couple of Lusitani nobles now on that wall. They will hold that wall and they will defeat the Seleucids here, who are pretty much nearly out of forces. In fact, they've actually gone to sending troops over to this side here to help try and push against Egypt. They are nearly through. A Galatian Royal Guard on the front lines as they're getting jabbed by Royal Peltas. Is Egypt now nearly out of reserves? Yeah, sort of. He's still got a few Galatians, and he's got a Thorax Pike to commit. It's just because it's high funds. Galatians have been committed earlier and earlier. Cretan archers in the front line at the moment, actually. They're fighting Royal Peltas. It's going to be an easy win. They ought to send these Galatians in. They're just soaking up fire here. And 65 kills, and there's less than 50 of them left. That is rough. Been a poor use so far of elites from the defenders, I would say. Could be their undoing. Yeah, they need to try and defeat Seleucids relatively quickly, or at least let them land, so then the cavalry can go re-sally out. Because right now, I was going to say, Parthia should be going in. There's like all these archers here. I don't know if they've even got ammo, but even still, oh, they do. They have their bows out, which is a sign they have ammo. They should be going in. They should be killing off these archers. Now, they're undefended. Go and get them. Let Seleucids land here. I was going to say, get the Lusitani nobles onto the wall. They will hold. With support from archers, you'll murder these units. We're actually, in fact, seeing, I think it's a Parthian sword, yeah, going onto the wall. Very bang average. Arguably on the poor side of average as well, sword unit. But with archer support, that unit will hold. What are they fighting here? Thorax swords, which are exhausted. Pikes, which can't get their pikes down because they're on a wall. The Lusitani nobles, they're actually fighting at the bottom of the wall. And they're fighting pikes trying to get off the wall. Yeah, this player, this Seleucid player, just in shambles right now. He needs to try and take a gate or get a breach. If he was going to use his pikes actually in a viable setting. He's trying to capture the gate here. The Thorax, which is great. But his pikes are already in the city. Or already committed. So they can't just march through in their phalanx now. It can't stop the cav from coming back in. But there's another gate really close. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, Seleucids here. We might be about to see the death throes of the Seleucids. He's combat even losing now. I was going to say the Parthians are holding because of all that archer fire that they're getting support with. I don't know why they've just abandoned this choke point, though. We've got the Royal Thorax General in here. Why he's been committed before any of these Galatians, not a clue. But yeah, I was going to say, Macedon, sleeping on the job, should be dashing Royal Peltas now through this choke point. There's nothing guarding it. There is now Parthians on the way, but still, Macedon would have beaten that foot race. Get there. Thorax Pike's been committed. Macedon is breaking through here as well, which is good to see with support of the Oathsworn of Tylus. It's really on these two here to try and, you know, win the day. The balance power is shifting as we speak in favor of the defenders. I'm still generally perplexed as to how Lusitani's brought this many nobles, to be honest. It's crazy. We've got an elephant over here for Egypt. Ooh, this will be exciting to see. It's not a very expensive one. It's a pretty cheap one, African war elephant. But an elephant's an elephant. They are scary. And they can cause all sorts of chaos in a siege battle. Both for friend and foe. If they go manic, they'll just flatten friends and foes. Parthia are responsible for holding the front line. Parthia's been the MVP so far of this game. I mean, his cataphracts, I feel like, has been relatively poorly used. In a way, by not using them, but just kind of having them stood in front of the Seleucids, he's used them quite well. But actually, I'd say, looking at their kills and stats, I don't think any of them have got triple figures, to be fair. which is a sign of a good game. But yeah, looking at the lack of Seleucids in the inside of this city, they've been pushed out here by the Lusitani nobles. Who, to be fair, they're taking a lot of casualties as well. Like I said, I'm surprised no one has gone and just killed all these archers. 3 kills for this cavalry over here. Parthia, low micro. And right now they are just actually busy shooting the very expensive and very vulnerable Lusitani nobles, which are all shifting now to the other front to deal with that. And Egypt has a scorpion as well. Insane. I just feel, I mean, I don't know, like I said, I knew it was high funds, so I mean, the defenders can bring quite a lot of troops. I think it's like on Ultra. Well, yeah, at least when I say high funds, I mean just like a high figure, not quite literally the setting high. It just feels like the defenders have brought more stuff. Galatian Royal Guard going in here. Parthians are losing, no surprise, I mean, to the quality of infantry they're fighting. But these 2 units are also losing here. Oswan 132 is not bad for kills. Oh, we've got Falcon here, Mercenary Thracian Warriors. Silver Chevron as well. They might do okay, but they're not going to do so well when they get kebabbed by pikes, which are waiting in the second line. Yeah, those pikes, I mean, they've not got many kills. I think they've been the focus of a lot of archer fire, though, to be fair. But they need to just push forward a little bit, maybe try and support their Parthian comrades. And there you go, in they go. Get your pikes down and start kebabbing these Thracian warriors who are getting absolutely annihilating the Parthians. So the Thracians are kind of like a shock infantry. They only do well for so long, and then they will need to go back, rest up, recharge, go again. See another Royal Peltas come forward here. Still a lot of reserves here for Macedon, though. I'm seeing a lot of Royal Peltas still to go. We've still got pikes all the way back here. Foot Companions, the best pike you can bring. We've still got a lot of Oswan as well to still go in. So it will be interesting to see how this one goes. I mean, Egypt is running low on reserves. We've still got some. That is for sure. Parthia's infantry, what that's left of it, is not that great. These hoplites are pretty naff. Lusitani has a lot of these Lusitani nobles left, but if the defenders, if the attackers can use their ammo well, they can kill off these guys very, very quickly and just make them pretty defunct. And it looks like finally the cav over here. I mean, he's not quite finished the job either. There's still one here. There's still one archer. He needs to go in and just finish off these archers. Just get rid of them. Get rid of them. Then go the Galatians. What are they fighting here? Royal Peltas. They should win that fight with the Galatians. Very heavy against heavy. Yeah, the Galatians are really pushing them back. How about on this front here? Yep, again, also they're forcing back the attackers. The Galatians here reclaiming lost ground, routing that Royal Peltas. Archers on the wall over there as well, Rodin slingers to be precise. Getting nice little back shots. The Oswald now going in. 2 Celtic superpowers fighting each, well, 2 Celtic superpower units. Egypt, I don't think you can count as a Celtic power. They've hired some of the finest warriors in the Celtic world. Galatians. They are running back now. They've overcommitted. 128. They are definitely one of the weaker of the top tier sword units, though, the Galatians. Against Oswan and some other like top tier units, they definitely don't do too well. Like Praetorians, obviously. Most things get beaten by Praetorians, though. The elephants still yet to be committed. What do we got over here? Yeah, some more hoplites, more Lusitani nobles being shifted. Right now we have the attackers playing a little slower, using all their jabbies with their royal peltasts, trying to weaken these hoplites up. It's probably the right thing to do. Hoplites do have pretty good missile block in that hoplite wall. Some high-octane fighting going on down here for both. They don't really seem like they're giving an attack order there. Parthia is still committing, though, to this fight over here against tribal warriors. What did the... was it not Oathsworn all along? Maybe it's a tribal warrior. If so, don't know why the Galatians fell back then. They could have taken this tribal warrior any day of the week. And twice on Tuesdays. Foot companions being shifted in. This is going to be a priority target for any range missile units that they have left, the defenders. I can see, yeah, those slingers have still got a bit of ammo in the tank. And also I think this Greek Scorpion is about to start firing. But yeah, they need to start picking off these elite pikemen. We still have Cretan archer ammo here as well, so hopefully they might deal with the Rhodian slingers. We'll see. But the pikes are not really committed yet, but they're going in. And we've got a sneaky little flank there from Lusitani to come around the side of this amphitheater. And he's rear charging those royal peltasts. That's the sort of fight that the Lusitani want to take. Oh, rip a piece of that guy. Good duel going on here between this Galatian and Royal Peltast. Oh, he's getting outnumbered now, though. Oh, and rip a piece of him. I mean, it's not fair. He's like on a 3-on-1. Unfair. Here go the pikes, though, going in. And I imagine a lot of things are going to retreat in the face of these guys. Hoplites might be a decent matchup, but at least hold the line for a while. Well, archers can do all the work shooting at them. There you go. As I say it, archers start firing. I think that'll be Parthia, I'd have thought. He's probably still got ammo left. Yeah, elite Persian archers shooting into these foot companions. And they're immediately losing. Oh, they're also... helps they're getting outflanked here by Lusitani nobles. And that is the death of that pike unit. Yeah. The phalanx can only work as well as, well, when the enemy's in front of you. When it's behind you as well, yeah, not so great. Phalanx will crumble. There you go, that's a very much routing foot companion there, and I don't think they got many kills. 30 kills. Oh, that's not good at all. Has the other one been committed? It has, it's over here, it's getting shot at as well. Oh, it's just getting jabbied. Oh no. Get it in there, lads. Get it stuck into the Lusitani nobles. Don't let them jabber you. And then go the Royal Peltas. I think the foot companions are just coming up behind. I would have thought actually like pikes would have been quite good counter to like low armored units like the Lusitani nobles, to be honest. Yeah, foot companion. This one's got 52 kills. It's got a little bit better, but still, it's a lot of money spent on units that just, you know, can end up doing nothing. Oathsworn getting stuck in here, though, against the hoplites. It just seems like sheer weight of numbers. Parthia is pushing Pilus back here. And again, Parthia's encircling. It's just every single time like a unit is just coming down this street here and it's going into the back of whatever engagement's going on here. Why is nothing blocked off this street yet and contested? This also is not a hard street to push. And yet no one's pushing. There's literally 19 pikemen, some archers and slingers, and a scorpion. There is a very scary war elephant, admittedly, and some cataphracts, but still, push with like pikes. If they push with the pikes, and then also probably with like some infantry, some sword infantry, probably could have made some good inroads there. But no, they've gone for the two most difficult choke points, where there's actual infantry defending them. There you go. Pikes and the Royal Peltars force the Galatians to fall back, but it's all part of the plan, because then if the pikes carry on forward, they've got to commit to either this Galatian or they've got to commit to that Lusitani noble, and the other one will just flank them. And yes, the pikes will just stay here. This is as far as they can go. And in fairness, the Lusitani nobles are just asking to get shish kebab there. I don't know why the pikes are immediately in the front line. They are just going to get javied by anything that has javies left. Yeah, like these Galatian Royal Guard. 78 kills. It's just so hard to use pikes, and the attackers have not used them well at all. Got the general in here now, and we're going to see the commitment of elephants. They just sent in archers to fight more archers. Why didn't they send just like one sword infantry? Could have carved through these guys. And if they'd had the pikes over here, they could have countered the elephants, which are now being committed. And the elephants are going to go in. They're going to smash through those Cretan archers. Probably get the general here as well, because he's now been going in that direction. But here we go. We'll see what happens. In go the war elephants. Nice charge. They're just knocking it down, the Macedonian general. Going through the Oak Sworn as well. Look at this. This is crazy. What a brilliant charge here. Knocking down that Royal Peltas. These guys already at 155 and going upwards. It's skyrocketing here. A brilliant charge. Just so much aggression. No delaying. That is what you got to do with the elephants. Just get in there. Just get right into the mix. And they are rousing these units. Look at this. Insane. 250 and it's rising. They are now going berserk and they are dying. But already they have paid for themselves. And they might actually just win the game here and now, mass routing what remains of the attackers. And there you go, GG. What a way to start and end that siege. A costly victory? I don't know. I think they could have kept on going. There's still a lot of healthy units here. Like, look at this. How do they bring so many Lusitani nobles? I will never know. But yeah, this was sent in by David Koresh, who was playing as Lusitani. He lost only 800 troops. He did only get 900 kills, though, but barely committing his troops. I also feel like his Lusitani nobles, barely getting kills. He did not have a good game, I would say, really. To be honest, like these expensive units, getting 76 kills, 73, 45. Yeah, eesh. This is the only one I can see that actually got triple figures, 101. He's got slingers with 159 kills. But yeah, really rough game, actually, for Lusitani. And it shows it's a great faction, but if not really used properly and supported, you can get like no kills. We've got Kuldos here, though, playing as Parthia. Did pretty well with his cav. I feel like could have microed a little better. 193 kills with the horse archers here. 120 with another one of his horse archers. Actually outscoring any of his cataphracts. The best getting 115 kills. His Persian elite archers, 81 kills. And his Parthian swords, 118 kills. But shows, like, Parthia's infantry is horrendous. So using it in a siege as a defensive player, it's a big, big risk. Because if your cavalry doesn't do that great, your infantry is certainly not going to do anything to stop even like the basics or like Hellenic faction like Seleucids. Once it gets into the streets. But he didn't allow Seleucids to get into the streets. We'll come on to that in a moment. We've got Will Turner on playing as Egypt, bringing a huge army. 2,000 up there with the defenders sort of as the attackers sort of size of army. His elephants 290 kills at the end there, just, doing an amazing job, committed right at the last minute when no one had ammo left, and they did insane. Cretan archers 122 kills, slingers getting 125 kills, Galatian Royal Guard, one got 213, another one getting 137. But again, pretty poor with the elites there. Pike's getting 70 kills. His Thorax getting 101, 106, 112 kills. But yeah, not too bad. Getting the most kills, 2,000 kills dead there for the Egypt player. And, you know, those elephants really coming in clutch at the end, shortening that replay considerably, I would say. Outlaw for Life, playing as Mastodon, had a pretty okay game. Yeah, like 140 kills with the Cretan Archers, 148. I mean, he was pushing as hard as he could. Poor use of pikes, you say 91 kills is okay, but nothing like insane, especially for an elite pike like this. You might as well just brought cheaper ones if at that point and just spent your money on more, I don't know, Royal Peltas or something like that. Thracians getting, yeah, like 52 kills. I feel like they never get good returns to the Falx units, to be honest. Apart from if you play Adristian Kingdom, which have like the more like heavily armored ones. But yeah, Royal Peltas, 164 kills, 101, 180 kills, 121 with a couple of units there as well. Then we have Viper playing as Seleucids. Had such a rough game. I don't know if he's a newer sort of player, but yeah, nothing really getting great kills. Only his Thorax Swords here getting 118 kills, which is like a third of his kills. It's insane. Yeah, losing his general did not help the situation, to be fair. And after he got him out, I'm surprised he sent him back in, to be honest. Then we have Maxi playing as Tireless, getting not many kills, to be fair, as like what is a pretty strong faction in Tireless. His Oath one as well. Yeah, getting not many kills. 151, 155 is not too bad. But a lot of these, to be fair, some of these might have got flattened by elephants. But yeah, not getting great kills. Actually, a great call to bring the Thracian Cav. It's a shame they didn't get more kills, to be honest. And then the Tribal Warriors, 135 kills. 148, 108 is the best of the bunch there. But there you go, guys. That is today's Rome 2 siege battle. If you did enjoy and want to see more glorious ancient sieges and battles on the channel, do check out the videos appearing on your screen now. Maybe leave a like and a subscribe as well if you want to help support the channel. But until next time, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.